Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury. So today, right now, I am walking along Central Park South and I'm heading over to the Columbus Circle holiday market because they have a wonderful holiday market. I didn't make it last year. If you remember last year, I went like a day too early. So I'm in the clear now. I know I have made it. It's open, so we are going. So let's check out the Columbus Circle holiday market. So I have made it to the market. So let's walk around. There are a lot of different vendors here. Everything from jewelry to kitchenwares with these bowls and spoon rests. They have some warm and woolies, different hats and gloves, all sorts of knitwear. They had several jewelry vendors. This one had pendants and a lot of rings. There are also a bunch of Christmas-style decor. And these were actually felted garland of all different styles. Look at these. There was like a theme for anybody. Whether it was like flamingos or animals, there's a little piggy. But one of my favorites right here, this octopus. How cool is this octopus? They also had these children's mittens that were felted. So they look so warm and soft. And yes, confirmed, soft. Oh, look at this one with the little bunny. They're so cute. There's also these very classic and clean-lined jewelry. Lots of silver and gold. Vendors of all different styles. There's also a food section in the back where you can get things like hot cocoa, apple cider, food on sticks. And then they had like waffles and spreads. This one had a dulce de leche spread and a milk chocolate spread. So many different types of noms back here. Like, look at these waffles. Oh, I wish I could have a waffle. These look good. They had a lot of variety. This particular booth had empanadas as well as chipotle and barbecue. You have dessert type items like these donuts over here. And over here is one of those cheese wheel pastas. Now remember, this is a professional chef. Do not try this at home. Blowtorches are dangerous. But they melt down this cheese wheel and then they toss the pasta and the sauce in the melty cheese. They also had this vendor who had Turkish coffee and baklava, stuff that sounds delicious. Then back to the shopping. We had a pajama vendor, which I think is great considering that I consider from Christmas to New Year's pajama week. Then this vendor had some cute warm and woolly shaped like animals. There's also this vendor who had this three-dimensional artwork with shells and all sorts of other items. It looked great. Then there were these like planters that were shaped like animals. They're that moss type of a planter, and they were so adorable. And just in time for the holidays, tons of ornaments. There were a few different vendors that carried ornaments, and you can always find New York themed ornaments. There are also several art vendors here. This particular one struck me because there was something very fashion about this artist. Whether it's just like fashion style or something like about Paris, there was just something that struck me about it. Then over here, there was wire art. So it was like ornaments, or they could be mounted, and their wire twisted to look like different shapes, like a guitar or Disney characters or figurines in different like forms of daily life. They were great. Even something a little less common, a shoe vendor. Then we had some more of the warm and woolies. Lots of adorable hats to be had here. Then they had the puppet vendor. They have a lot of different puppets with a lot of different personalities. Like, look at all of the variety of puppets here. And that mouse is so great. It's like something out of a storybook. And look at these great puppets. Like, imagine all the stories you could tell with them. Then over here, this vendor had puzzles, but not just any puzzles. These puzzles were designed like covers of magazines. So right here you can see like New Yorker magazine covers, but in puzzle form. That's a delightful little market. I feel like it's not as big as Bryant Park, but I'm not sure. It sort of like folds over onto itself. It certainly has a lot of food options, and it also has that like melted cheese pasta wheel booth. They have one of those here too. So there is a lot of like overlap between this market and the other markets that I've seen. A lot of classic things like the warm and woolies and, you know, hats and scarves. A lot of food options. Some toys, puppets, very unique puzzles. They had one booth with puzzles that were like magazine covers, like the New Yorker and things like that. They had clothing articles, socks, all sorts of cool stuff. They also had, you know, candles and diffusers and other things that smell lovely, soaps, you know, that kind of fare. I didn't go at home empty-handed, so there is a gifty for somebody in there. So when I get home, I'll show you guys. It's kind of chilly out. My hands are getting a little numb and frosty. You know, it is December after all in New York. So I'm gonna head home, but when I get back, I'll show you what I picked up here. So I am back. Well, kind of, sort of. It was so cold and I was so tired when I got home. Honestly, I kind of knocked out. I went to bed when I got home. So it's a little bit later. And because it's a little bit later, I kind of forgot that I had to shoot this outro until I went to go edit it. And the gifty's wrapped already. So what I ended up getting, this, okay, well, wait, I have to wait a minute. Roy, don't look. If this goes up before Christmas, you can't look at this. Don't look, don't listen. Cover your ears. Go la 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 la. Okay. Is he gone? Okay. I think he's gone. Okay. So what this is, it is bacon jam, and it's like bacon maple flavored. So there was a vendor who had all variety of bacon products. And Roy is a bacon buff. I am not, but Roy is a bacon buff, so this is good for him. So they had different flavor varieties. They had like a spicy, like a bacon jalapeno. Roy is not a spicy kind of person. He doesn't like hot. So I was like, not spicy, not bacon spicy, but bacon yummy. And they said, how about bacon maple? I said, he would like bacon maple. So it's a bacon maple spread. And they said, this would be good on, like, you could put it on meats or anything like that, like as a little topper, or like on a burger, anything along those lines. That same vendor also had like bacon salts, if I recall correctly. And they also had like an emergency bacon kit. So it was like a bunch of different bacon type products. So yeah, that was the little gifty that I came home with. So the market itself, it's a very nice market, but again, very similar to the other markets in the area. So a lot of overlap in terms of the type of vendors. with Bryant Park, Union Square, a lot of similar vendors and products that are at different markets, including the food vendors. Like the cheese wheel, remember I saw that at Bryant Park and I was like, that's so unique, that's so cool. But then it turned up over here also, and it's like, it loses that specialness, because I was like, ooh, a special thing that's only at Bryant Park, but it's not. It's not. It's also at Columbus Circle. So, I mean, that's cool because, you know, more options, more accessibility, but a little more common, not quite as unusual as I initially thought it to be. But lots and lots of food vendors. So if like you go there in the evening and you want to get a nosh or a dinner, and then you walk around casually and do your shopping, or on a weekend or on a lunch or whatever the case may be. So you could shop and eat simultaneously. The one thing that I did like about the way this market was set up is it had sort of like picnic tables in the food vendor area. So it had like clear places for you to be able to sit, although not a lot. And if it was very crowded, that might be a different story. But the time I was there, there were definitely seats available. So that was cool. I guess with that, I am done for the night. I'll see you all real soon. Have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. And until next time, stay inspired by everyone. Take care.